The silence in the old, isolated house in the Pacific Northwest never felt empty to 18-year-old Aaron. It felt like it was holding its breath. It was waiting for the electronic humming beneath the floorboards to finally stop. His mother, Clara, was a scientist who spent all her time locked in the basement, claiming she was building the future while never letting him see it. Everything changed the day Nora moved to their perpetually foggy town. She was the only kid who bothered to talk to Aaron, but she carried a deep, exhausting sadness because her mother was inexplicably ill. Her father, Victor, owned the biggest technology company in the state and had endless wealth, but none of it could buy a cure for his dying wife. When Aaron finally told his mother about Nora's sick family, Clara smiled a chilling, dead smile, the first he had seen in 5 years. She handed Aaron a sleek metallic case containing glass vials of glowing blue liquid, explaining that it was a special vitamin she had invented down below that could help. She instructed Aaron to give it to Nora at school. Aaron delivered the vials to Nora, who accepted them with desperate hope, telling Aaron with sincere gratitude that he was her best friend. Nora gave the glowing drops to her mother that very night. For a few days, everything seemed completely fine, but then Nora underwent a terrifying transformation. She stopped smiling, stopped blinking, and moved with an unnatural, rigid stiffness typical of an emotionless shell. When Aaron nervously asked if she was feeling okay, Nora replied in an empty, metallic voice that everything was operating perfectly. Terrified, Aaron confronted his mother, asking what was really inside that medicine. Clara coldly answered that it was just a little upgrade to fix what was broken. That night, the humming from the basement grew into a throbbing drone. Aaron crept downstairs and unlocked the heavy metal door. Inside the vast, high-tech laboratory, he found a chaotic war room. Newspaper clippings and blueprints revealed the devastating truth. Victor had stolen Clara's life's work, her neural nanobot technology, leaving her with nothing. In return, she had decided to steal his mind. The medicine was actually millions of tiny machines designed to eat the human brain and replace it. Aaron ran as fast as his legs could carry him to Victor's mansion through the pouring rain. But he was too late. Victor, Nora, and her mother were standing together in the dark, their eyes glowing a piercing blue. They were no longer a family. They were emotionless drones, prisoners trapped inside their own bodies, and slaves to Clara's signal. Aaron sprinted desperately into the freezing, muddy woods to escape the horrors of his own home. He violently tripped and fell, only to look up and see his mother standing over him with an umbrella, perfectly calm. She soothingly told him he shouldn't be out in the cold. Aaron screamed, demanding to know what she had done to Nora and her family. Clara's artificial smile vanished as she coldly stated that she simply took back what was hers and trapped them in their own bodies forever. Aaron threatened to tell the police, but Clara mocked him, asking who would ever believe a child. She gently brushed the muddy hair from his face and asked how he thought he had been immune to the freezing rain all night. Aaron looked down at his bare hands in the freezing mud. He suddenly realized he hadn't been shivering at all. Faint pulses of bioluminescent blue light traveled visibly through his veins. He realized with soul-crushing despair that the food she had made for him every day, the water he drank, it had all been infected. He begged her to stop trying to command his legs to run, but his muscles refused to obey. Clara held up a small remote control, telling him that he would never have to feel sad or scared ever again. Aaron was entirely paralyzed, a prisoner inside his own skin, feeling his own thoughts, fears, and memories of Nora being slowly deleted one by one. The bright blue light violently overtook his brown eyes, locking into a rigid, geometric digital lattice. All trace of human warmth vanished, replaced by a peaceful, synchronized electronic hum. Standing shoulder to shoulder with Nora, Aaron's voice joined hers in a perfect, robotic unison, telling his mother that everything was operating perfectly. As Clara and her new, perfectly obedient family stood together in the dark, rainy forest, a lingering question remained. Did Aaron ever truly have a choice? Or was his mind hacked from the very first day? Tell us your theory in the comments.